Hey, what's up everyone? This is Eli from checkit.com here with an After Effects tutorial on everyone's second favorite day of the week, Effects Friday. And today I have a very exciting tutorial for you. As always, I mean, come on, we're check it. We got to give you guys the best awesome tutorials we can do every week. Yeah, no. Anyway, today's tutorial is a basic audio reaction that looks pretty freaking awesome for it being... Okay, here's why it looks so awesome, guys. It's not because a ton of work was put into this, because there was not a ton of work put into this. It looks awesome because everything was done inside of After Effects. No third-party plugins, everything straight out of the box. So you can literally get After Effects, and if you're poor and you barely scrape by to get After Effects, this is a great way to start making more money. You can go on YouTube and be like, hey, good artist, I realize that you have some pretty nifty music. Would you like me to make an audio reaction, a little lyrical video for you or something? And then boom, you replace this word with Techno Space Pirates in the background for the name of the song. And then for the band name, you put Radical Hair Dude. And then boom, you got a $30 video. And eventually you'll be able to afford other third-party plugins that make the creative blockiness not even be there. There won't be that wall. This plugin is kind of straightforward. There's not much creativity you can put into it. Everything kind of looks the same. There's probably a ton of other tutorials on this plugin. It's just very easy, straight out of the box, just awesomeness, okay? So, I don't know if I showed you guys. It's pretty cool. Reacts. Not bad. Of course, I'm going to be making a 30-second one, and you guys can download this project file plus the one that I'm going to be making, and the one that you saw at the beginning of the video as well, all for free. Just check the description. I don't know. Oh, I won't give anything away. Never mind. Forget I said anything right there. But yeah, it'll be in the description, so check that out. And so let's get to the tutorial finally, right? Gosh dang, Eli, let's get to the point. Am I right? So I'm going to start a new project. And now I'm going to click this little button right here for creating a new composition. Let's just call this audio... rapage. Is that? I don't even know if that's how you spell rapage. I'm not going to say that. Audio poonage. There we go, because I can actually spell that and I won't look like a retard on camera. Anyway, duration 30 seconds, just to get a nice thing for our intro here. Okay, so here's what we're going to start with. Let's start with a background. So I'm going to right click, go new, solid. I'm going to call this BG, and that stands for background, of course. I'm going to make it the comp size, we always do 1920 by 1080. And it doesn't matter what color you make it, because we're going to go over to the effects and presets and find ramp. And wouldn't you know it, I already have it up, because I knew it. I knew I was going to go to that. So I'm just going to make my standard background here, make it a radial ramp, amp up the ramp scatter like crazy, because I'm going to make it a dark background, and we don't want that banding issue to happen. So boom, I'm going to make it a nice dark, not completely black, and boom, already we have a nice background, maybe even some more noise to give that scatter so we're not getting that banding. So here's what I'm going to show you guys. Check it out. This is what I mean by banding. If I go to 0, look at that. Look at all those lines. We don't want that. So let's go back to 512. Boom. It just smooths it out. Yeah, sure, there's some noise there, but that looks kind of cool in my opinion. Okay, so now let's add the effects. So go right click, go new, solid, and let's just call this spectrum. Doesn't matter what color it is because it's an effect. So we're not actually going to go find it over there. We're going to go up to effect. Oh, we got to make sure that spectrum is selected. Go up to effect and then go down to generate, and you will see something called audio spectrum. Now click that, and already you will see that you have something there. But here's where we have to go back to our project, go to where you have your music, and this is some royalty-free music that I found on YouTube. So I'm just going to click and drag that into my project over here. I'm going to click and drag that down underneath everything, because that's the sound. And now, go back to the spectrum, go to the spectrum's effects, controls, or whatever. And now for audio layer, we're going to switch that from spectrum to air battle. And already you will see it will react. So if you hit 0 to pre-render this, you will see that it will actually work already. Kind of cool, right? But we're going to mess with these settings, okay? Because I don't like how this is looking so far. So start point, we want it to start on 0. We want it to end with our project settings, whatever you made it. Mine is 1920, and now it'll reach all the way across, and that's always good. We don't want any paths. You can always make a predetermined path using, you know, a mask and stuff. That's pretty cool. But starting frequency, we're going to be messing with this, but let's just keep it with this default right now. Frequency bands, let's actually put that up just so you can kind of see what's going on here. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down to the display options. We're going to change it from digital to analog dots. And the first one I'm going to make is kind of like the big outline thing. So I'm going to make my maximum height 7,000, and that's just going to make it go everywhere, okay? And that's actually a pretty good amount of stuff. We don't want it to last. We want it to go away pretty, or react pretty quick, and you know, stay for a little bit, not too long. And actually, 100 should be just fine. And I'm gonna hit 0 just to check it out, just to see what we got going on here a little bit. Wow, this is taking forever. It was not taking this long to render before. I wonder what I did differently. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so you can always turn the thickness up and down. Let's actually leave it. Let's actually put it down to 1.5, just so it's there, but it's not overwhelming, because this is not the focus. This is kind of like the background. So now we're gonna choose the colors that we want. I'm just gonna make mine pretty straightforward and easy, you know, blue, and let's do a nice, kind of like a whitish green. That's kind of cool. And let's mess with the color spectrum. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so now that we have that first thing done, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit Control D with the spectrum selected. So Control D to duplicate it. And now we're going to name this Spectrum 2, just to, you know, kind of keep in order here. And now we're going to change the display options on Spectrum 2 from analog dots to, let's make this one digital. Yeah. And here's where your creativity really gets the best of you, okay? I mean, you could do whatever you want here. I'm going to turn this down to 4,000 so it fits in there. I mean, you can stop here and make it like that. I'm not going to judge you if you do that, because that'll look cool and you'll still make money. But you know what? I like to go a step further. I want to show you guys, you know, the main aspects of this program anyway. So you could choose side A or side B. I'll start with side B, the bottom part. And this is turning out a little different than our first one, which is cool. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to change up. We already changed up the maximum height, which is good. We're going to change up the frequencies here. So let's make it start on 1. And we'll make it end on what? Let's do 8,000. And that'll just move it so it'll be different. It's kind of cool. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And actually, I don't want it to be that much. Let's do 1,500. Whoa, not 15,000. I got a little 0 happy there. So that it's still different, which is cool. But yeah, the main thing was just to mix it up a little bit. So now we're going to do that again. Control D to duplicate it again. But this time, we're going to use analog lines. Okay, and we're going to do side A. So it's going to go the other side. And now let's change this again. Let's make it start on 100 and go to, let's make this one, not 10,000. How about 8,000 like we did before? Cool. No, I don't like that. No. 4,000. That's a little better, I guess. And let's actually turn up the, where is it? The thickness. We could always do thickness, but no, actually, I don't really like that. Maybe you guys like how that looks. I don't. I'm going to, whoa, no. Turn down the thickness. Turn up the softness. And let's do, where's the amount? Where is that? I knew I saw. Oh, there we go. Frequency bands. Okay, thickness. You know, I don't like them too thick. Guys have such dirty minds. Goodness. And I want that one to be on the bottom. I want this one to be on top. That just looks cooler. And I'm actually going to turn up on Spectrum 2. I'm going to turn up the frequency bands. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Alright, so now I'm going to change up the colors. So for the top one, I'm going to let's make the inside color white. And then for Spectrum 3, let's make the outside color white, just to kind of invert it a little bit. Cool. Yeah, I like that. And with that, now we're getting something that we kind of like, and it looks a little more interesting. Am I right, player? Okay, so now let's go up to glow. Let's actually select one of the spectrums. It doesn't matter because we're just going to make a basic glow. So go to Effect, Stylize, Glow. And I'm going to make sure it's still recording. Okay, we're good. I'm not just talking to myself because, I mean, that'd be kind of weird. Okay, anyway. Okay, so let's mess with this. Threshold. I mean, already you got a cool look. If you want to leave it at that, that's just fine. That looks pretty awesome. I actually might want to leave that. Just, no. Yeah, I might leave the glow like that for that one. So I'm going to copy the glow. I'm going to paste it on the Spectrum 2. And now we're going to mess with this. I'm going to turn the radius up a ton on this one. So I want it to really be affected. Threshold. Ooh, nope. Let's turn that down. Cool. Now we're getting that kind of greenish look on it. That's awesome. So I'm actually just going to take some time and try to figure out some looks that I like. And then I'll bring you back in a second to show you exactly the settings that I used or chose in the end. Okay? So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so in the end, here's the kind of gist of what I chose to do. I only changed a few things. The glow on Spectrum 2, you know, I turned the threshold down a lot so it was pretty pure white. And then I put the radius way up to give it that kind of big overall glow look. And then I turned the intensity all the way up just so it was kind of intense on the inside too. So that's kind of interesting. I'm just going to bring back some of that color. So in Spectrum 3 was the same thing, except I changed frequency bands, and I changed, you know, the colors a little bit, changed the hue interpolation, top array. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, glows 9, 58, and 60. So if you like this look, I'm going to be providing this project file anyway, but if you like this look, then yeah, that's what I used. So now moving on. Actually, before I move on, I want to just check to see. It doesn't look like it's going too crazy high right now. This is 7,000. I should make this one probably around 6,000. So it reaches up there. I want to get in kind of high. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And then this one, we'll keep that one at 4,000. So now we got some kind of diversity, and it kind of goes crazy. That's pretty awesome. So now here comes the fun part. So here's what we're going to do. Before we do anything, let's create a new text layer. And we're just going to type. What should we type? We'll do the same thing. So techno. And the font I'm using is called Thin Design. You can find it for free online. I don't think I'm allowed to put it in the download, so just go find it. Just type in Google Thin Design font, free, and it'll pop up. So I'm going to scale it up. Actually, way more than that. That's pretty good, I guess. Put it right on top of it. That's not what she said. Let's make it a little more center. I'm doing this by eye because I'm a player hater. I don't play around. Real men do things by eye. Sounded kind of wrong. Anyway, Let's go back to the text tool. And now we're going to type another thing. Wow, that text is big. Okay, we're going to type in Riz whoa. I can't tell what I'm writing. So Frizz Patrol. Okay. We're going to drag that over and underneath. Cool. Okay, I'm going to put a little dash in front. So that looks like a band title to me. Okay, so now I'm going to select both and move them up using the arrow keys just to kind of center it a little more by eye. Cool. Frizz Patrol can go closer. Awesome. So now we're going to set the blending mode of techno to overlay. And that alone just looks so freaking cool. And I'm actually going to lower the opacity. I'm going to hit T and lower the opacity a bit so it's not so intense. Cool. Let's just do a nice 45. Now I'm staring down the barrel of a 45. That's a good song. Okay, so I'm going to change this to overlay as well, but I'm not going to change the opacity because it's hard to see enough as it is. So you can always, put a glow on these or, put a nice gradient overlay or something, but I'm going to leave it like that because I really like that color scheme. And now the final thing we're going to do is where things get a little complicated. I'm going to select all three spectrums, and I did that by clicking and holding shift. And now I'm going to go, well, there's a shortcut, but let's go layer so I'm not confusing you guys. You can always hit Control-Shift-C to pre-compose layers, but you can also go layer, pre-compose, and let's just call this spectrum, actually right. Start with the right side. It just makes things easier. Okay, so because this is not so interesting, a lot of people like to duplicate it, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So spectrum right, I'm actually going to bring up the title safe just so I can kind of use these middle guides right here. And I'm going to move it over, and once it's kind of further over, I'm going to click and drag it, holding shift, and just kind of put it right there in the middle, close enough. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go Control D to duplicate, and let's just rename this right now. So I hit enter, go over, delete right, and now we're going to type in left. And now here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit R to bring up the rotation. We're going to type in 180 to rotate it 180 degrees. We're going to click and drag it over to the other side. Now we're going to zoom in using the scroll wheel, and we're just going to match things up a little bit. So I'm going to move this over till those pixels match or are close enough. Now what's going on? There's like a line. I don't want that line there. I think that's from the different glows. That kind of sucks. Okay, that's as good as we're going to get it, but looks pretty good. I'm going to turn off the title safe now because I don't need it. And with that, you have your finished effect, and it looks pretty awesome. It's pretty epic. It's going to play time to the song and everything, but here's what we're going to do. We're also going to want to mute the other sound that the spectrums are using because it's going to distort in this main comp. So yeah, I'm going to render this out, and I'm going to play it at the very end. So stay tuned to watch it, even though you guys saw it at the beginning. Right now. Wow. This as the intro. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'll include both project files